Okay, but thank you so much. Actually, I'm very novice in this field, and it's my responsibility here just to listen. The all of three listened in here, Professor Bishash and Anamika Boro and Ambassador Karim. So, uh, but I have some comments in that important discussions because from my life experience, what I have faced, and my community faced, because I live in the Chor area in the Brahmaputra. My father is a farmer, and I saw that how this Brahmaputra actually changing this flow system and everything. So, as already mentioned, the data vulnerability of these areas, I found that it's always in our mind. Maybe the upstream countries they will change their mind, and our problem could be solved. In my beginning of life, I heard that some problem like Tista, Farakka Barrage, Tista Treaty, and Ganges Treaty, and many things. And we are very, very much hopeful on this perspective that might be the problem has been changed, because the problem is very, very crucial. Even it's a riverian country, but in our academic discussions, academic course curriculum, never and ever add this subject as a matters for teaching and learning. So, from the very beginning and the very structural point, we avoid this issue very systematically. So we always thinking that river is a natural things, and river will give us the many things to us only, but we haven't any local ground or any responsibility to protect it. So in this world, new world order, when before like that in 19th century and also the late of the 20th century, we found that our relations in the neighbor countries is always very, very good. But even in the last regime of Bangladesh government, it's about to make another treaty in the Tista Treaty. It's about to success. But when what's happening, even the national government is agreed to do it, but the local government and the state government disagree in several perspectives. So the thing is mindset of the political and policymakers in this region. Since it's transboundary river, and the responsibility and the decision is not only the one country. Here is the two biggest country in the upstream, like China, India, and also the Bangladesh, and all of these local and regional leaders, they should understand the reality, what's going to happen in the next 20 years of this vast majority of those who are dependent on the Brahmaputra river. And not only Brahmaputra river, it's also aligned with our new politics that is happening in the regional. So, um, so my first comment again with our keynote speaker, she already tried to explain the everything. But I do like the one items that other Anamika and Ambassador Karim also mentioned, that not to act as a crisis response. We should actually try to do something anticipatory governance. So that is the important. And how you'll do it, that's the questions. In that regard, I also agree with my previous panelist, both of them, that track to diplomacy is very crucial. Since those item is very crucial uh, to our current days, but due to some other reason, other global paradigm, we are just talking about now like a tariff and many other things. So never thinking that is in my last observation of 1 years after the Trump government arrived, I never saw that any of the major political leaders they are talking about the water and the transparency these issues very loudly. Even nowadays, due to the global paradigm and others shifting very quickly, water and water issues is neglected and very profoundly. So, as a think tank organization from the Japan base is like Ocean Policy Research Institute. We always believe that ocean is the mother of life. We also, in our South Asia context, we believe water is not only life. We call the Ganga is a mother. So, so it's our responsibility to protect this. And how can we protect in the broader paradigm? So, scientific research, including the UDA framework and many other things, and also the policy dialogue is very crucial. And also give the priorities and crystallize the wisdom. The people are expert like Mr. Bishash and Ambassador Karim, to use them to bridge between the three countries and people to people contact. So, in the current diplomacy, not only the current diplomacy, in the diplomatic international relations is totally determined. Even um, in this world order, is totally person to person contact. That is directly or indirectly we witnessed. So I think that we should utilize in the policy dialogue to lead some of think tank and philanthropic institutions and to um, capitalize the knowledge and their network, like Mr. Bishers and Anamika Borua and Ambassador Karim, that they are working in the long time in these transboundary river problem solutions to utilize their wisdom. As I know that Mr. Bisher is a champion on this matter, and he received another Nobel things that in the call in the water is Stockholm Water Prize, and he also, as I know that he solved the Gulf state river problem in the early 1980s. Maybe he will also mention, but we should we should incorporate his ideas to solve these things in our region that is a combination of the huge 3 billion population almost in here. So, um, so our work that I'm advocating in this perspective, in this some of the ideas and some of thinking that from the ground, uh, the community voice in the policy level. So, Mr. Arnav Dash joined in our one initiative in Bangladesh very recently in the last week. We call the Northeast Indian Ocean Dialogue. So, like that, we can sit together for track to diplomacy, and both of the side, maybe the relation is not that much good in the neighbor countries, but in the coming new government when formed immediately after, we should start the discussion the importance of the Brahmaputra river, not only the Brahmaputra river, the other basin, that is Ganges and Tista and other Jamuna and other basin and all the transboundary rivers. How can we utilize water for peace rather than it just used for as a weapon? So that is happening. That is happening in the last of experience, and it's come from upstream countries, and they are now building dam with the name of the different things we know. Rather than acting in that way, so to consider the humanitarian aspect and the well-being of this vast community. As the witness of a Brahmaputra river that I live, I grew up. There's a river with last in my age than when I am in the village almost 20 years, and I am the witness of the suffering. Nobody taking care of this suffering in this capitalized world, and it is largely ignored. In that realm, I strongly believe that the research is a key to make sense the policymaker in this artificial intelligence age, and to use the personal contact and the wisdom that we have our senior scholar that like Professor Bishas and Ambassador Karim and the think tank the Maritime Research Center doing, and also from the Japan we can also lead in that realm. um, Again, I would like to stop in here. I'm very much novice researcher in that paradigm, but finally, I would like to say the one information in here. Uh, our behavior is also important. How do we behave? And that is relevant to the very ground, to the top level, because we are not aware about our problem. You know that the plastic pollution is a very crucial thing. So out of 10 most plastic polluted rivers that contributing in the plastic pollution, three in the Asia, and one is the Ganges and Brahmaputra. So in that ground, uh, my recommendation is to do the advocacy with the government to promote the environmental education and to incorporate the importance of the river and river conservations and the management at the very early stage. Then we can make some change, and that is the national level, and regional level is the policy dialogue, and to utilize the resources for the some common agreement to solve this issue for peace and water uses as a peace as a noble manner. So thank you so much. This is my comment.